Hello and welcome to another edition of Tipsy Wednesday, presented from the Penthouse Bar. With me, as usual, Thomas
Hello.
and Björn.
Hey.
This is I don't know, an epic episode of this podcast.
Is it really?
Of course it is. We are
Is
going to
it-
talk about all the games.
Before we do though, is there any reason why you're keeping your microphone sideways?
Yes.
Okay. I won't pry any
Why?
further. I don't know.
No. There is a reason.
Okay.
Is the
It's
rest
your
of it broken?
massive... Okay. Oh,
Do you see now? Now it's straight.
yeah.
Now it isn't. Now it's straight. Now it isn't.
I thought you were going to say something like, it gets in the way of your massive boner.
What?
Intrusive thoughts. Sorry.
What the fuck?
Okay. I don't have anything to say to that.
Cheers from my Tipsy Wednesday mug.
Damn, you changed mug between the episodes. That's nice. That's nice.
Yes, I did.
They have those mugs as well. I just rarely use them
Ah,
for no particular reason.
wow.
You're such a disappointment.
Because I mostly drink cold drinks and I like ice cubes and I fancy those from glasses and not from cups or coffee mugs.
Fair
So,
enough.
We
fair
we
enough.
need to make beer glasses and whatnot with our logos on.
Oh,
Ah.
stickers. I want
Stickers.
Tipsy Wednesdays. Yeah, stickers.
But you can't have stickers on anything you put in your dishwasher.
No,
No,
but for
but you
other
can have
stuff, your computer or
My
No.
bag.
your car window.
Back of my car.
Yeah, many things. Yeah, we should look into that. We should look into that. I think some people might actually buy them as well from us. It's a walking
Wow.
commercial.
I guess,
Look,
yeah.
Look at that. Business ideas propping up here.
Yeah, but as
Alright.
well, I have been asked about beer glasses with logos on, so we should look into that as well.
Yes, that would be cool, I guess, yeah.
I know
Cheers for that.
I know of a local person who can make us beer glasses.
Local person who
ex-
can make beer glasses.
Yes.
He's a glass blower. Nice.
Sounds like an expensive thing to
Yeah.
get just made custom beer glasses, yeah. But I thought of something like pre-made and just added a logo.
Yeah, that
For,
should,
like,
should be possible.
Price,
Yeah, of course.
economic reasons.
yeah, of course. But this is
Yeah.
like the exclusive, super exclusive Tipsy Wednesday cup, limited edition.
Only for the hosts.
First, we'll need a customer base for the normal edition.
If you call everything special edition or limited edition, it sounds very good.
But our mugs are limited edition because people can only buy them when we say so.
In
it's-
limited batches.
Yeah. Yeah, that aside, we should have had the t-shirts as well made.
Yeah. I only have my anime t-shirt at the moment.
That's good. Junior? No?
No.
No?
No, me
Okay.
neither.
No.
It's embarrassing walking with that in public.
With your particular anime t-shirts.
Nah.
Do you have
Page
hentai
and-
t-shirts?
He
No.
does.
No.
Yeah, you
No.
don't you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I just thought you had.
No.
Okay. Sorry then. Sorry for assuming.
But you have seen the t-shirt that says anime on the streets, hentai in the sheets or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a t-shirt Junior should have had.
I only got high culture art.
High cultured art.
Very well.
And speaking of which, Junior? Not
Mortal Kombat on
Mortal
Switch.
Yeah.
High cultured art.
High cult. Yeah, you could probably call it art by this point, because the Switch, last gen Nintendo. It's not quite the same as the last gen PlayStation or Xbox, is it? No.
No.
No,
Quality
not by
wise.
long shots.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
by hardware performance standards. No.
I know, because they had to reduce the quality of The Witcher 3 when that was launched for Switch.
Of course.
But now, Mortal Kombat is out. The new Mortal Kombat game, Mortal Kombat 1, it's called, because it's a reboot. And there's a comparison out now, and people have made fun of this, because if you can see here, you have the PlayStation 5 compared to the Switch graphics.
I realize by pure, like, for hardware reasons, you have to downgrade it, but that just looks ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not the only one. There was also this was made. So
okay.
yeah, and in Mortal Kombat games, you have something called fatalities or X-ray fights and or attacks.
Do we need to make a gore warning?
No,
now?
no, not for this.
Okay.
This is just fucking hilarious. And I only have the Switch picture for this. I imagine it looks not super
For
good
all-
with the
For
other
our
one.
listeners, we're sorry. Thomas is showing us pictures, screenshots from the PS5 version and the Switch version.
These will be available on our social medias after the episode have released. But take a look at this picture. Does that scream high quality?
No.
New game release.
Fine art.
People.
That looks like some indie release 10 years ago. What would that be?
Yeah,
2013.
YouTubers
Yeah,
have had a field day with this lately. It popped up all over my YouTube feed. I haven't watched any of them because I actually planned to play the game. But I saw all the fucking pictures they used, and I just Googled and saw for myself, like you can see here now on YouTube. And
It looks crazy. It
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
so good.
the
Jesus
the
Christ.
graphics for the Switch look so fucking dated compared to the PlayStation 5.
I imagine, holy shit, how fun it would be playing that.
Well,
It's
I mean, like the Switch has been and still is hugely successful for what it is, and it is a console that can be both portable and stationary, which can play your Mario games or your
Yeah,
Pokemon games or
It
your
works
Zelda games.
It works really well for Zelda, Mario,
For
different
that kind
party games and those kinds of games. But for the high-end AAA games, not so much, or just fighting games.
The ones
Look like
that focus on realistic graphics, or well,
Yeah.
that's like the style of game. The Nintendo Switch just isn't up to snuff. Anyone could have guessed that, but
Yeah, but why
hey.
is the Nintendo so weak compared to its competition?
It's old.
Well, and it's
Yeah.
portable. It had to be.
Even if I compare the PlayStation 4 graphics to the Switch, the difference would be massive.
Yeah. Heck, I
Yeah,
played Bloodborne on PlayStation 4, and that looks amazing. It's 30 FPS, but it looks amazing.
That's also a difference here, because this fighting game is 60 FPS on Xbox and PlayStation, and it's 45 FPS on the Switch.
They didn't even manage to pull 60 FPS.
No.
Wow. Okay.
It's not meant to be.
Sad trombone sound.
Yeah, no, so Switch isn't for every game, though. It's for the I find for the fun platform games and the party games.
A certain type of art style in
Yeah,
terms
yeah,
of
if you
Mario, Zelda, the cartoonish, where they're not focusing on being realistic necessarily, but you can still make pretty games, just not realistic.
You can, just not with the realistic the 3D art style. you need to have the more cartoony drawn art styles, perhaps. But,
Yep. I haven't played any of the new Zelda games. I hear they've been massively successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
Breath of
every
the
Zelda.
Wild and the newest one, which I don't remember the name of.
I don't know.
Tears of Kingdom, Kingdom of Tear Kingdom, something.
Okay.
A friend of mine have them, and he plays them on his Switch, and he says they are amazing.
Yeah, but if you like Zelda, you like Zelda. If you don't like Zelda, you don't like Zelda.
Yes.
That is also true, but the same could be said for Final Fantasy 14 or other games as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, but have you guys played any other Zelda games?
I haven't played Zelda since the original 3 games back in the Super Nintendo and whatnot.
Likewise.
The top down and the row of hearts and just swishing with your sword.
Yeah, because they are massively different.
They are, but they were really fun back in the day, and I didn't have Nintendos growing up. My mother bought a PlayStation 1, and when I got older, I got a PlayStation 2.
Yeah. It's the when you're a child, what generation of games you grow up with is pretty much determined by what single console your parents are able to purchase for you, and that's what you'll stick with. For most people, I guess, because most people won't buy several game consoles. They didn't used to, at least, but now nowadays
it's more
I think
common
it's more
now,
common.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit, and we are complaining that people are getting poorer, but everyone is owning every single game console.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I don't have an Xbox Series S or X. I don't have a PlayStation 5.
No,
I don't have a PlayStation 4 even. So I did have the Xbox One though.
no, but I'm talking about today's children.
Yeah, today's
right?
children. Yeah.
They are playing on every single copy.
You can even play decent games on your cell phone,
Yeah,
on your
shit.
smartphone.
You can actually do that.
Back in the old days when we were young, we didn't have smartphones. We had dumb phones. We played Snake.
And
I
that,
remember using the dumb phone.
I had not only Snake. I had another game, a spaceship flying up and down and shooting alien stuff. Don't remember the name of the game.
A scroller shooter game, I guess. Because you were moving sideways or upwards, and objects were flying towards you, and you had to shoot them down.
Yeah, I don't think you flew
game.
forwards. I think it did that automatically. You just went up and down.
Yeah, it just moved. The screen moved for you. Yeah,
and you just had to shoot your machine gun and you spare your missiles for the boss at the end of every level or something. That was the 2 games I had on my phone. And then in the newspapers and whatnot, you could send a text to a certain number to receive a funny ass phone call phone ringtone. You could order them, basically. You can download them from the PC or on the cell phone itself. You had to order them from the newspaper, and you could see a Barbie girl or some song from Scooter, which was really popular back in the day, and stuff like that. And you can order, and you got the 20-second tune in the 8-bit or 16-bit tune version for the cell phone.
I realize this probably sounds alien to the younger generation. This is like, what the fuck are you on about?
We are high.
Just go on YouTube and Google the old style ringtones. I think you do get them these days as well. Some are pre-installed on the phones already, and Apple users are used to them because that's all they got.
Yay!
Yay, Apple!
No, don't yay Apple.
But yeah, the Mortal Kombat theme here was just a Switch comparison to the other consoles. It looked hilarious.
Yeah, it's ridiculous even.
Hence why I drew the line with the art, or transitioning with the art.
Yeah. I don't know if you can even call it art. It's,
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Art. I see you have written The Boys. Gen V.
I have. It's a spin-off.
Have you seen it?
No, because it hasn't released yet. And I'm getting to that because that's not the only thing
Oh.
I have written, and I have
Oh,
notes here.
Are you speaking of the spin-off from the Amazon series, The
Yeah.
Boys?
But I will get back to it because there are several releases coming or have released even today as we record. Our show has released, but as we record a week in advance, almost episode 2 is almost coming out when you hear this episode, and that's the Continental, the hotel chain from John Wick.
John Wick, yeah.
Which was the episode I was watching before we started recording. Because I thought I'd probably manage an episode for 50 minutes or 60 minutes before we start recording, and it turns out episode 1 was an hour and a half.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's a mini-series. It's only 3 episodes. First episode released today, Friday, 22nd. Next week will be episode 2, and then episode 3.
You think they'll all be 1.5 hours long, maybe?
I suspect so, yes, because it's a mini-series and it's only 3 episodes long.
Yes.
And it evolves around a very young Winston, the hotel owner, basically, from the John Wick movies. And the guy currently running the hotel in the series is played by Mel Gibson.
Oh, cute.
So he's the and then the show is set in the 70s. So it's it's the early goings of the Continental hotel chain and assassins and whatnot. So
Who plays Vince then?
Mel Gibson is the one who runs the Continental, and Winston is played by, I don't remember who the actor is. It's not the guy I know, but it's a younger version of him. And for those who liked Lance Reddick in these movies, there's a younger version of him as well, played by another guy. He's still in the same job though, just employed by employed by Mel Gibson's character.
Okay.
So yeah,
how do you find the show?
As I'm not finished with the first episode yet, thus far it's fine. It's not super good, but it's good because you need the build up in the start of the first episode as well. So there haven't been a lot of action, but there have been some action. And
where do you find this show?
It's on Amazon.
Amazon, yep.
Amazon.
So both the Boys Gen V will be on Amazon, and the Continental is on Amazon.
Continental is on Amazon now, and thus far I do recommend it, but don't go in there and wanting to see more John Wick, because it's not the same.
Okay.
This is focusing on a bit other stuff, but there are assassins and whatnot, and there was a huge shootout scene thus far, but the focus is elsewhere in this show. So it will not be a John Wick knockoff, because as I said, the show is called The Continental, which is the hotel chain.
They could have done younger John Wick, because it's
but in the 70s he would be a child in this show, though. Maybe if they keep giving out more shows or more seasons, which moves you to the 80s and 90s, you could probably get John Wick boogeyman from his active days before the movies, but who knows?
No, John Wick, 7 years old, Baba Yaga.
And speaking of John Wick, next year they will release a movie called Ballerina, which focuses on a female assassin, which also includes John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves.
Wow. Well, damn. Okay.
And Ian McShane is playing Winston in that as well, and Lance Reddick will be playing his character as well. So the events in this movie will probably be before John Wick Part 4, at the very least.
Okay. But I'll assume it will be a John Wick style type of movie?
I don't know, but John Wick is in the movie, so I would suspect. So, but you follow a female assassin primarily in this movie.
All right.
I feel this is enough. This is enough.
It's enough?
Put John Wick to rest. God damn.
I will say without spoiling John Wick Part 4, but there is an action scene involving some shootout in a long set of stairs. It was too long.
That was too damn long.
Yeah, it was too long. I
we
got
got the point.
I got bored during that scene. It was too much. As much as I love
they
action,
really,
it was too much.
yeah, but they really struck the point through without spoiling anything. He really had to struggle. You really got to feel like more and more and more. You really felt like you felt tired watching it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, maybe I agree with you.
I feel there's so much action in that movie that when you reach that part, it was just it's basically now it is too much. And I love old action movies like Rambo and Commando with Arnold, where he runs around in the garden, never with and
in the garden.
Yeah,
with his hose.
Yeah, with his machine gun, and he never reloads and anything. He just have endless with shots, and he shoots and blows up everything. And this John Wick scene, it just somehow overdid that and more.
I can see what you mean. It's
yeah. Yeah, but let's move on, because there are more shows coming. As we said, The Boys Gen V, it's a spin-off series, and it will come out on Friday, I think. I have to check the calendar, but yes, when you listen to this episode on Wednesday, 27th, in 2 days, Gen V will release its first episode, which will focus on superhero kids at school, where they learn how to become superheroes and whatnot. And they're the first batch of superheroes that know that their superpowers come from Compound V.
Oh.
And there will be like cameos or characters from the original Boys show popping up in this. As I could see thus far, for season 1, A-Train will be in one episode, the speedster. And what's the woman's name that always talks to Homelander? The
Marv.
No, not the superhero. The one that works for the company.
Oh, Madeline?
No, not Madeline.
Stillwell? No.
The one who pulls her hair and stuff. What's
her.
Because
his manager.
He shouts her name so many times during the show. What the fuck? Yeah, but anyways, she will be there for an episode as well.
Okay.
For season 1. So, and I'm looking forward to it. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son is playing in that as well. One of the main characters.
Damn.
And a side note to that, I just read that The Boys season 4, which I think will release later this year or at the start of next year, will be the most grotesque season thus far.
Nice.
Okay, I'm all up for that.
So that would be awesome.
I see this list. Can't show just end.
I don't want The Boys to end just yet. Because I see the parallels between the show and the comics, which I haven't read, but I have read about them. So I think there are a couple of seasons more left in The Boys. But I hope they won't overdo it too much. But a couple of more seasons they are good for.
Yeah, I agree. But things has to end.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually, yeah. But they have gotten rid of a couple of bad soups thus far. So.
Yeah, but I'm talking of shows in general.
You were mentioning John Wick earlier. You're saying let John Wick rest.
Yeah.
It's, do you think? Are you not hyped at all for the Continental or the spin-off movie which you're talking about, Thomas, earlier about the female assassin?
I'm kind of hyped. But I do hope it's a bit toned down from the John Wick style we have seen in the last couple of John Wick movies.
I
even read in John Wick 3, if you compile all the kill scenes, it's basically 5 deaths per minute during John Wick Part 3. So I don't know for Part 4, but I suspect there's more. Because holy shit, many people do die in John Wick 4.
Okay.
But there is more to come. Because tomorrow, after the release of this episode, that is, Tuesday, the 28th, Castlevania Nocturne is releasing
Ooh.
on Netflix. It is.
That's a huge one.
Yeah, that's a
That's
huge one. And for those who haven't watched Castlevania, what the fuck, guys? I have a friend who hadn't watched it, and I was shocked.
Then you don't call him my friend.
And he was like, "I'm not that into vampires. Go watch the fucking show. It's super awesome.
Yes.
It's so high quality."
Yeah, he's no longer a friend. You know that.
I even think Castlevania is a wake-up call for a lot of grown-ups who thinks all cartoons are for children. That has the potential to be like, hey, guys, cartoons can be for grown-ups as well. And this one is.
It
Good.
really is. It's super good, and it isn't for children at all. But then again, you do have to accept, or you do have to like a bit of magic, fantasy, and probably vampires as well to enjoy the show. But it is dark. It's a really good story. It's awesome all around.
The world recognized magic when Game of Thrones came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lord of the Ring was
Can we
very
even go
split.
further back?
Probably.
But
Nah. Lord of the Rings is the show. Series. Movies.
Movie, not series. The show.
yeah, the
Was
movies.
movie.
The movies.
The movies.
The movies.
The movie series.
Yeah. They are remaking them though. I saw. Going to.
Oh, yeah.
So I wonder how
I
bad
heard.
those will be. But nevertheless, there's more to come though. In less than a month, season 7 of Rick and Morty will release. 15th of October. Yes.
And
And,
then you
they are actually renewed for up to season 10.
Let Rick rest!
I thought that show was dead as soon as the voice actor got in the shit.
Yeah, but
He's
you know his case was it's over. He won.
Oh, he was found
Not guilty.
Guilty?
But he's still
Okay,
fired from the show, though.
Okay, I haven't paid attention to his. I just assumed he would get cancelled, even if he was found not guilty in court, but because
he
of
is cancelled.
political, he's cancelled by the media, I guess.
Also, he didn't get along with his with the writers of the show and other co-workers. It said in the article, but I won't go into that because it's only hearsay, mostly from the writer's side of the story, because he hasn't said much.
Follow-up question though: will the next season? I assume they'll just be voiced by someone else then.
Yeah, two people
With the same writers.
Yeah, same writers. The other show creator is still there, because I do know the guy who voices Rick and Morty. He was a co-creator of the show together with another guy, and he also wrote a lot of the first episodes during the first 2 seasons, and then he only did voice work. So all the later seasons are only written by other people, except the guy who voiced Rick and Morty. But he will be replaced by 2 guys who will imitate his voice for Rick and Morty.
Okay, well, I guess the
so
main.
hopefully they are really good, and we won't notice the difference too much.
Well, they can use the excuse that Morty went to puberty.
That they probably can. He voiced in another show as well, and in that show they gave it a new voice actor who didn't sound like him at all, and they just wrote into the show that he was hit by a voice-changing laser, and that's why he had, had his voice changed, and that was that. The internet has made fun of that. That show was Solar Opposites, I think it was called, and he was the character in that though. So they just changed
But it
him.
worked!
They changed him out, and they just wrote in that he was hit by a beam that changed his voice. But for Rick and Morty...
Genius!
For Rick and Morty, and Poopy Head, or whatever the poopy guy he voiced was...
Yeah, what the fuck was his name again?
Anyways, Rick will have his own voice actor, and he will imitate the Rick voice, and another voice actor will imitate Morty. But who that will be isn't revealed yet. They are keeping their cards close to the chest on this.
Well, since this is the serious episode where we are talking about things about to come. Attack on Titan.
Me? Oh, Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
indulge us. Yeah,
It's coming.
It's
It's
coming.
coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
And when is it coming?
Soon.
Yes.
This month, I think.
This month?
This month? That's
We're at
really
the end
soon.
of the month.
That's within next weekend or this week.
The fuck?
Well,
Has the
it's not
date been announced?
You see, that's why I had a fucking post-it note, because I had all the dates for the individual shows written down, so I could announce them properly.
14th November.
Yeah, that's not
Fourth-
soon.
4th November.
Yeah, so a month and a half, almost 5 weeks from now,
Ish.
ish.
5
Yeah.
weeks.
5 to 6 weeks. Yeah, from the episode release, not from today.
Oh, okay.
So again, we record almost a week in advance, but doing announcements for shows and stuff, I feel I kind of have to talk like today is today the episode release.
Am I the host or am I not the host of this episode?
Fine.
Yeah, you are the host of the episode, yes, but the 2 topics that were written down were mine, so I feel like I should talk about them.
Yeah, you're obliged to talk about it. I can write down my topic and I can talk about it if you want.
Preferably
That's-
before we start recording, but yeah, I'm done with my topics.
Speaking of the Attack on Titan, my girlfriend and I just started watching which had completely escaped my mind until I just wore this shirt, and I was thinking, hey, I still have the ODA episodes to watch, the side stories, the off. It wasn't even an off ODA. It's called
OVA.
OVA.
no, not OVA. It says ODA for some reason.
OVA.
Oh, but okay, maybe Crunchyroll mistranslated that somehow, because on Crunchyroll it says season 66 because dubs, ODA episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Side
Crunchyroll
stories.
have stopped with the hundreds of seasons for one season. Now you can go in and choose the audio in one
All
file.
right.
They have actually fixed that.
Oh,
But
because
movies and off season or spin-off seasons or whatever, they are still called some ridiculous
Because-
season number.
this one was listed as season 66.
Yeah.
That's yeah, we just watched the first episode, which is just a side story from one of the first rogue scout parties that went out, and some discovery a certain member did there, writing down her last experiences as she died. So that was an interesting watch. As with all Attack on Titan, it just keeps drawing you in, and me knowing the final part is coming up soon. There's a lot of final. I think you, Junior, commented it last time. It's getting a lot of finals now. It's kind of ridiculous. We're on the final season, final part announcement.
Yeah, we don't know if the final part.
Yeah, we don't even know if it's the final part. Maybe there's a final part after the final part.
Yeah,
It's just the final part 1, final part 2. But,
I guess we'll
they can
have
keep
to
going,
see.
but speculating from the art and the release, this will be the final. But who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows?
can they squeeze
Yeah.
in the fucking end of the entire show in 1 hour, or will it be longer, you think? Hour and a half?
I think it will be. I think it will be longer, but because I've seen online a lot of art, and there's something very symbolic which they have hinted on. Is the final part. So.
I think, well, the amount of stuff they managed to pack into the last hour episode, the one that's currently released as the final.
the first
confusing
movie
stuff.
part of the show.
The first movie part of the show. They've managed to cram a lot of stuff into that episode, a lot of story progression, a lot of things happened. So I could imagine another hour would be the final thing we got from Attack on Titan.
But I think if they will end the entire show in 1 hour, I think I would feel it. I probably would sit with the feeling of the show was rushed, or the last part would be rushed.
Yeah, they could do 2 hours if that satisfies your need.
I think 1.5 to 2 hours will have to be it, just to wrap it up neatly and don't rush parts of it just to get it done. It needs to be done properly. It deserves to be done properly.
I know that people didn't like the end of the manga though, so who knows what happened.
Maybe they can change that a bit for the anime.
I don't know. I don't. But that's what's said. So we are watching in
anticipation.
In 5 weeks' time, in anticipation. We'll.
I will say though, Björn, for the OVAs or ODAs or whatever it's called, not all the episodes are equally good.
No, I didn't expect as much, but it's still very entertaining to watch. The first one was a pretty damn good.
Yes,
episode,
some of them are quite good, but a couple of them are could have skipped it. Kind of.
Okay. So,
but
hence why they're side stories.
Yeah. Not all side stories are main story quality to them.
Do you think these particular episodes was written alongside the main show, but they decided to not leave them in because they didn't fit quite in, and just decided to release them as an OVA?
No, I think it's like the While We Wait episodes that released.
Oh yeah, maybe I should have done my research on the release dates of the actual OVAs then.
I actually think there are side stories written by the author.
Yeah, they might be, but I think they are put in that or they came out when they did, just because it has been a while since the season ended, and it will still be some time more before the new season release.
Well, as for the first episode, it had the first opening theme in it and the first ending in it. So
I feel like the episode you watched are something that the author actually did write in a later time, because he knew that this is a side story and information I need to fill in, right?
Yeah. And it has because the original intro and stuff, because that's where it fit in time-wise.
Yeah, so I actually believe some of them are like, this is me filling in the gaps.
Mm-hmm. Hence why some of the episodes are better than others, because a couple of them are basically filler episodes. But I do see Crunchyroll or companies do that. Some, like, once in a while they will release either a movie or OVAs between seasons, when it has been a long time between them.
Yeah, sure.
I do hope though Konosuba will come with a new season soon.
There's a spin-off.
I know. I watched the first 4 episodes of it thus far.
Konosuba, that was a blast
But they also did a movie after 3 seasons, right? And then you got the spin-off series, but the main series isn't done.
Did you watch the Megumin explosive shit?
I've seen the first 4 episodes thus far.
Okay, yeah, because I.
But that's a prequel, anyways.
Yeah. I don't know. You got Tensei.
Yep, I'm watching that.
And you got Jujutsu Kaisen. I heard the newest episode is RIP.
I'm up to date on that as well.
It's RIP.
Watched it last night. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, don't spoil. We're coming up to that as well. Damn, I have so many things to watch.
Yeah. Speaking of things to watch, how is it going with Vinland Saga?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Haven't watched any more of that since in a long time.
Things need to end because there's so much to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda.
that's the problem with TV shows and movies. There's always something new to watch. I recently watched the first Mission Impossible movie again because I figured I'll start on the start and just watch all of them. And I haven't watched. I've only watched the 2 first movies, and I watched them back in the day. But when I watched the first Mission Impossible movie now, I sat with the feeling like because it came out the same year as James Bond, the Golden Eye movie, Pierce Brosnan's first, and I kind of felt Mission Impossible was a cheap knockoff Bond movie without James Bond, in a way.
Oh.
Just the whole spy thing, and they didn't do anything very over the top stuff in the first Mission Impossible movie and stuff like that. So I kind of had a bit on like older James Bond vibes from it, but without Bond.
Funny thing, you should mention you're rewatching old movies, because I rewatched another old movie, pretty familiar. It was a Tom Cruise movie as well. It was Collateral, it was called. It's a 2005, I think. That was, because I've just seen awesome clips of it on YouTube. I was like, that's a movie I've got to watch. So got that down, and I finally watched the new Top Gun Maverick, which is not an old movie yet, but damn what a killer movie that was. Has an 8.0 IMDb rating or something like that.
Wait, what? You said you watched Maverick?
Yes, I did.
When?
Recently, this week.
Didn't we watch it?
No, not Maverick.
Yeah, okay, because that's
the newest one, the 2022.
Yeah, Top Gun.
Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, I haven't watched it before, so you probably watched it with someone else.
Hey, Jason Statham was in Collateral.
Yes, he was.
You know which character he actually plays in that movie?
Jason Statham.
Yeah,
I said yes, he was, but
he is. He receives a package at the airport.
Yes, he plays the very first, the one he trades briefcases with at the airport.
Yeah, he's actually Frank Martin from Transporter movies.
Oh,
it's confirmed. He is the guy from the Transporter movies in that movie. I think it's the same director or something. And he confirmed it in an interview that Jason Statham is actually Frank Martin just receiving a package which he will delivers for someone to somewhere.
That is fucking awesome.
So it's just a hidden gem for those who know. So now you know.
Now I know. Just like, I saw Jason Statham in that movie, but where the fuck did I see him? It's like for 20 seconds during one of the opening scenes.
Yeah. He's just titled as Airport Man or something. But when you said Collateral, I was like, wait a minute, didn't I just watch an interview about that? And I just now IMDb'd it. And yes, Statham was in that. And yeah, he's playing Frank Martin from Transporter in it. Delivering a package.
After watching that movie, I was left with a feeling of like, we just went through some sort of epic adventure, and it was all just. I won't spoil. Is it spoilers for
from 2004? No, it's not.
No, but when he's taking his final breath at the train station, on the night train, it's like
he dies.
Damn, he dies.
Watch the movie.
What?
No, go on. I haven't watched it, but go on.
Yeah, it's a feeling of damn, what a journey we've ventured through to get here.
So Collateral is a good movie, though.
Collateral is a damn good movie. Collateral is a damn good movie. Yeah.
What's the name
so is Top Gun Maverick.
What's the name of that speed train movie with the other guy?
The new one? Speed Train?
Yeah. The bullet train with all the assassins on it.
Yeah, it's called Bullet Train.
Yeah, it's just called Bullet Train, with Brad Pitt.
Yes, that has a completely different vibe, but
it
it's
has
entertaining nonetheless.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it, yes.
Is this a sex thing?
It's entertaining on so many levels.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like, because I have a problem with movies when they jump a lot of back and forth in time, because there's so many assassins on this train, and you get the backstory on every one of them. So this happened to this person, this long time ago, and then you have another assassin who is involved in this because something happened to him, and all of it leads back to the main character, though.
Yes, and it's brilliant writing. It reminds me of the Tarantino style, where everything is just connected somehow weirdly, and it all circles back. It's glorious.
It's a glorious cast as well.
Yes.
But yeah.
Okay. Did we land the shit?
Yep.
Are we?
Yeah, we're done.
I think
Next
we're landing
episode,
the
we
ship.
promise no more movies, no more TV shows, no more games.
Only games!
We'll try to squeeze in some comedy next week.
With that, I had to say thank you, our dear listeners. Remember to support us in the link below, which Thomas is pointing at, right?
Yeah.
So, not this D, but the link. Thank you for listening to this. Another edition of Tipsy Wednesday. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Adios.